good, everybody? This is Queen Common Sense coming back to you from the Chi Town, holding it down, remix to the Kakalaka Sticks. It's cold outside, y'all. I hope you guys are all well, blessed, safe, warm, and building your immune system. Alkaline all the way, all day, hydrated, and bundle up. I still, from time to time, depending on where I go, throw a mask on now. I forgot the last time I went out and got sick, forgot my mask. So it's it's still valid. Wear your mask, especially if you're in like a doctor's office, a medical clinic, places where it's not really that sanitary, you know, wear your disposable gloves, keep your hand sanitizer, all that good stuff. Shout out to everybody. I hope you're blessed, prospering, and protected. Boy, oh boy. Yes, I'm going to talk about it. I thought about it for a little bit. Um, this travesty of a podcast slash interview with the Marsaus MudShark mistress. Oh Lord, the black scent of it all, baby. I don't know when these European women are going to learn that trying to channel their inner ratchet black woman is not where it's at. And this, I can't unsee. We can't unsee what we saw. I tiptoed over there to check it out because I just wanted to see if there was any real substance as far as connecting the dots to what we already know for confirmation. Not because we don't already know, okay? Not because I'm slow, because a lot of people think because I'm quiet and, a little bit sarcastic or I have a high pitched voice or a soft voice that I'm stupid, and I'm not. Quiet doesn't mean slow. I'm just here to let everybody know. Okay, just because I don't jump right on the bandwagon of the trending stuff right away doesn't mean that I am slow to the beat. All right. Now, we're going to start off with this, and you'll see where I'm going with this in just a second. We learned that Mrs. Mudshark, Marceau's mistress, or jump off, or whatever we want to call her, is allegedly from Alabama, Birmingham, Alabama. We know Huntsville, Alabama is a hop, skip, and a jump away, right? So, being that said, I just want to throw up a receipt. Y'all, you know how I do. Birmingham, Alabama to Huntsville, Alabama is 1 hour and 31 minutes, hour and a half. Okay, we'll say an hour, hour and a half away. And of course, as we see Atlanta, not too far from Birmingham or Huntsville, right? We got Alpharetta, Georgia. We got Athens, Georgia, all around in about the same distance, about 100 miles away, not far. Just a quick, straight shot, bam, right? Now, my ears were bleeding, when when I was watching this interview, my eyes were burning. I started developing hives. It was so cringe. And for me, it's dual emotions stand out the most for me. The couple. It was bitter, bitter, bitter sweet for me. You know, the diabolical side of me as a Virgo was like, you know what? Karma's a whole biatch. concerning Marshall, the MudShark lover. And then the other side of me was truly devastated. The empath side of me, the graceful side of me, the classy side of me, the compassionate side of me was like, this is so sad. This is so sad and absolutely rampant among the black community, and how the lower echelon of integrity is almost proud to boast about being second runner up. Self esteem, self awareness, valuing yourself as a woman is evident. It screams out that is non existent among these group of people here. That's what makes it so ironic how there's so much disdain for Melody for standing up for herself and her children and standing on business and protecting her peace and highlighting and underlining the toxic dysfunction and double standards. It just blows my mind how these people are deluded, and it's scary almost. It's disturbing. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a little walk down memory lane with these folks and do a little reminder poo of what connecting the dots. Okay, because we know Tinkerbell, Tisha, with her reprobate minded self, she's quite confused. Okay. And gaslighting is real. I don't know if anybody else has been gaslit that's watching this travesty, but gaslighting is real. We think that our mind is strong. We think we're intelligent people. Even the most intelligent people get got from gaslighting. I've been gaslit, you know, a lot. This resonates with a lot of us, you know, people who try to trick you into thinking that you didn't see, hear, and feel what you saw, hear, and heard and felt over a period of time. You will second guess yourself no matter how intelligent you think you are. Okay. And this is the most disgusting part of it is that men like Martel, Marceau, Maurice, even Basement Billy, Mark, they deliberately target low self esteem in women. I call them poverty pimps because you can be impoverished in more ways than one. You can be impoverished in self confidence, as we clearly see on this show. You can be impoverished in the manner of self worth, impoverished in the manner of lacking and seeking and being a thirst trap for attention. Okay, we already know what time it is. So if you haven't already, smash that like button. I lit the sage and opened the windows already. Okay, because we're gonna take a tiptoe on the board, on the whiteboard, and we're gonna connect some dots for the delusional. Okay, we're gonna connect the delusional dots with Marceau and his mud shark. Okay, that's the Cash App. If you feel inclined to bless the channel, you can hit the Cash App for right now until I get my monetization straight. And I truly appreciate all the support and love that I have been given throughout this time frame. So I'm in my healing phase. I'm a hermit. It's winter solstice. Time to rest, time to heal, time to plan, strategize, re strategize, whatever. Okay. We are coming into a new phase. So that's what I would suggest is introspection at this time. That's what all the rest of the world and the collective is doing. We are hibernating. All the animals and everything, they're inside, underground, cuddling up, bundling up, preparing for the spring, preparing for the harvest. You understand? So let us do this, shall we? Because you know how I do. I like to show and prove it with illustration. I'm a demonstrator. So we remember how Tisha, Tinkerbell Tisha, was adamant, right, about Marceau being the HNIC in her book, right? Adamant about never catching or having any suspicion of him being unfaithful. He never got caught up lying and so on, right? So we're going to just do a little quick peekaboo at this. We're just going to do a little quick one, little quick scene here. Remember when Tisha was having her mommy business podcast and invited everybody, and she was still fuming about Melody pretty much telling her to kick rocks with no socks when it came to the comeback group and her friendship, trying to smooth things over enough to be able to move forward, film together, and be just be amicable and decent, be civilized. But we have to consider the roster of people that we're dealing with. That's a huge ask for folk like this. Okay? So here's a quick little scene. We gonna, you know, take it there. And we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna connect the dots. See if there's really any truth in what Marcel's MudShark has to say. Okay? Boom. Let's go.
Tonight is my first live Mommy Business podcast, and I'm excited about it, but I'm also just a little bit nervous about it as well. Public speaking has always been a challenge for me, so I really need everything to go right. Look at my girls coming through, yes. Where's Marsaus?
That's your husband.
Good question. Where's Marceau? Is he working? Is he traveling? Where's Marcel, people?
Marcel has been traveling out of top today, but this definitely would not show marriage in a positive light if my husband is not here with me. Hey, where you at? Who? What's not too far? I need like. I'm walking. Okay.
Honeybook completely changed how I do business.
He's walking in, not too far. What y'all see where I'm going with this?
They were
small world.
Yeah. I still like the guy to get. They were a little toxic. Hey.
Yeah. You made it.
No, I don't need to thank you for this. Showing up at events and things like that, that's not a extra thing. That's level one. That's a thing that you do in marriage. Yeah, thanks is not necessary. I love my wife.
Hey! Where he was. How far away are you? I'm not too far. Where are you exactly? I'm walking in. Why weren't you already there? This is in the evening. What business could you possibly be handling in construction in the evening after dark? Okay, look to me like it's evening. The sun is down. So this is little stuff like that's why I guess, people don't like really having that one-to-one with me because I ask these type of questions that are normally swept under the rug. It's nighttime. What construction site or business could you possibly be discussing after dark? You need daylight, you need proper lighting, you need to walk around and see things. Most time, yeah, there's lighting you can put on a construction site to see it if it's, you've begun work, you've erected part of the project. Yeah, there's lighting, but most construction crew members are gone by 5 o'clock, and any type of paperwork, documentation, contract writing, discussions, all that happen during the day during business hours. Okay, so where you was?
Oh my goodness.
How are you? Don't get no makeup on me.
Oh, I see we got the crowd please in here. Okay, hey Mom. Thank y'all so much for coming. This is gonna be fun. We're gonna talk about the power of marriage. I'm gonna see
Did you see the look on Marsaus' face here after he gave his mother-in-law a greeting?
Don't get no makeup on me.
Oh, I see we got the crowd please in here. Okay, hey Mom. Thank y'all so much for coming. This is gonna be fun.
This is suspect. This is sus. This is guilt. This is, I hope they don't catch on. I hope nobody really notices that I'm sliding in the back door underneath the crack with my hat on, and I just probably exited Credit One or got off the highway from Birmingham, Alabama with my MudShark. I'm just saying. I'm just pointing it out. Okay, now let's go to the next little clippy clip. Okay, where uh Melody was pointing out to Tisha, season 2, episode 9, how Marceau is a liar.
That like for because you're
Okay, so in this scene, Melody had saw Dr. Francis, and she was honing in on her fractured relationship with her father. And this was very touching for me because I'm a daddy's girl too, and I have a opposite type of mother as Melody. My mother's very narcissistic, very competitive emotionally, mentally, and intellectually. She's very threatened by me because she felt that the only woman that should be close to my dad is her. So she did a lot to damage the trust and the bond between myself and my father. So this was very relatable to me, but it segued over into Marceau, the mud shark lover, and his lies, which is ironic because Marceau made a police report against Martel for threatening him. We all remember that. Marceau lied and said Martel threatened his life and made a police report, which was very facetious, catty, and mean girlish. So Melody and Tisha were talking about it. And I like what Melody said leading up to this. So let's take a look.
Coming up on Love and Marriage Huntsville.
I don't want you to do the play because you need to be more mindful not to get too busy that you overlooking me or overlooking the kids.
Marsaus did not just file a police report you just for fun. You threatened him.
Marceau be lying.
I haven't caught Marsaus in the lie.
You ain't never caught your husband in a lie.
No, not a lie.
Marceau and I, we was talking. He was like, I feel so alone. That's normally when they start stepping out and having an affair.
So, moving on to the interview with the mud shark. This was so disgusting. If I didn't see it with my own 2 eyes, I wouldn't have believed it. But we have to consider who we're dealing with. We just consider the source. Now, file a police report on Martell for allegedly threatening you, which is twofold with Tisha defending said police report and her husband blindly defending him for that action, on top of doxing Melody and her then husband financial information. Okay. To fast forward to now, where his alleged concubine jump off pincushion, uh, MudShark is now speaking out. These folks were never friends. Martell and Marceau were never friends ever. Okay. But let's check this out. Just a little small piece. I don't want to ruin y'all appetite this morning. But check this out. I don't know if anybody caught this.
What was the threat?
When I got back to Birmingham and I realized he wanted to get my money, I decided to.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You say your money. What was your money?
When I went to Vegas, I spent money on my bags, my food. If a man spot me out, I shouldn't have to pay for nothing.
Yeah.
So he wanted to lay up with this woman, have her drive an hour back and forth to hook up, to get flued out to Vegas, and then too cheap to pay for her bag check on the flight to feed her. Marcel, I thought you was a millionaire by the time you. Okay, let's go.
I spent maybe $200 or $300 on that trip that I shouldn't have had to spend.
Okay.
So when I got back to Birmingham, I contacted him hey, is you gonna see my money? And he was like, what you mean, what money? And so I decided, also keep in mind, I had a feeling he was involved with somebody, but I didn't know what it was. I decided to look this man up.
Okay.
Now, mind you, this has gone on for a whole year, according to her, allegedly. Gone on for an entire year before she decided, almost a year. They didn't give real dates on here, which is questionable to me also. However, the facts remain the facts, and some of them line up with the timing and the atmosphere of the show in episode 2, with Wanda pursuing Marceau all the time about cheating. You out there cheating? You have a side baby? Where you been? Where you going? How come you don't have your ring on? Remember that? So let's continue, shall we?
I never did the whole relationship because he didn't give me a reason to. So I looked it up and I'm like, you're married.
He is, man. Okay.
So I'm like, okay, y'all want to send me your money? My money, my $200-$300, I'm gonna tell your wife. He threatened me. He said, if you tell my wife, I'm gonna come and kill you.
He said.
Pause. So you can allegedly threaten the life of a female, but when you get caught in your lies and shooting daggers at Martell and sabotaging his marriage to Melody and get confronted about it, you can lie and say somebody threatened your life and file a police report. Oh, the irony.
No, he really did. He threatened my life. And I was like...
Did that scare you?
He don't play about Tisha little linebacker ass.
Oh, what you say?
He don't play about Tisha little linebacker ass.
Right, so I was like, just send my money. We ain't got to worry about shit. Eventually he said that, but he had somebody go through the process and send to me because this whole thing has been his no name situation as far as my flight and everything else. So somebody else had to send me the coins. But
so you got the money that you was asking for.
But I had to threaten his to tell his wife. He's like, you tell my wife, I'm gonna kill you. I thought this shit was so fucking funny. You gotta be fucked up.
You see this? You see how the saboteur, the orchestrator, the magician of all the chaos and drama is emulating the very person that he's jealous of. Marceau, the MudShark lover, is and always has been jealous of Martell because of Melody. This, to me, in my opinion, confirms everything that has happened throughout the course of this show and why this family was ruined because of Marceau. Okay? It's very subtle, and that's why they love bomb you and pour it on thick in the beginning and try to make you feel like the most important person under the sun, moon, and stars so that you miss these details. Now, we heard this person say plenty of times that she's not dumb, but you weren't smart enough to investigate the person that you were talking to prior to getting flued out. And Marceau could have very well been, you know, somebody who is capable of unaliving you. But you went on, having booty calls at Credit One, using Maurice as a scapegoat in the boom boom room with no bed, no shower. You know, he barely giving you a 2-piece chicken wing dinner and a bottle of water. You getting flued out to Vegas and you got to pay for your own meals and accommodations and amenities and things like that. And then on top of that, he don't even want to reimburse you. And you had to threaten to expose him just to get your little $200 or $300 back. And on top of that, he was fat and out of shape. Okay. The unmitigated gall. So who's really the deplorable is what I want to know. Let's continue.
You took him as a joke.
I thought that shit was funny.
But some people do that shit though. You just never know
I
that
should have
shit.
told her either way, to be honest.
Oh shit.
To be honest, because
How long did it take you to get your money back?
Tisha knows what her man does, girl. You wasn't stopping nothing.
Somebody
Oh,
else.
so he sent so when you said that he
I
eventually
had
sent
to
money back.
threaten his relationship.
Yeah.
He literally was on something. You fuck my life up, I'm gonna fuck yours up. And I'm like, okay, bet. Like I don't got a life. Like
Yeah.
Now, doesn't that sound like Marcel's MO? You get me, I'm going to get you. You see what he did with Melody when she said, no, I don't want to be a part of the comeback group. He couldn't stop trying to assassinate her business acumen, coming for her because she didn't want to be a part of the business expo. Yet he's obsessed with her and can't take his eyes off of her, always trying to find an excuse to link up and talk and chat and have some type of reason for Melody to hone in and zone in and give him attention. Not only is Marceau, the MudShark lover, a narcissist, he's a malignant sociopath, in my opinion. So who's really the deplorable here? Hmm? And this is the person that can play victim in the blink of an eye. What did I do? Oh, Stormy called me a bee. But you didn't step to Stormy or Courtney the same way that you stepped to this woman or any other people on the cast. Okay? You let that rock. Cause you know Courtney is about them streets. He from them streets. Okay? Just like Big Lou. You wasn't gonna step to him like you stepped to Martell because you know both of y'all have dirt on each other. And you already ruined Martell's family. And that backfired because you couldn't come in through the side door for Melody. Melody wasn't going. Melody saw you from day one. So what better way? If I can't conquer, I'm going to destroy. Let's keep going just a little bit longer, y'all. I got a headache. I'm sorry, but let's peep.
Okay, that going on.
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
Yeah.
So you haven't talked to Maurice either?
No, after that, after he didn't want to give my money after that trip, we separated. We didn't talk no more. Like he is such a he a weirdo. Cause why would you put somebody in the predicament to be harmed with knowing that your wife is low-key kind of crazy.
Why do you think his wife is low-key kind of crazy? Because I think she's slow.
Well, the same thing.
Crazy and slow is not the same thing, Martell. Tisha not gonna step.
I feel like if that lady knew me and she had any type of access to me,
she wouldn't be doing anything. I've been on the phone with another woman who has had an affair with Marsaus. Tisha up here talking to her, telling her, please don't say certain things. She crazy like what? Because what do you get from that? Because I get slow.
Did Marsaus ever do anything?
How? I credit one for a couple minutes.
Nah, we was real basic. And they got them, he got to do business in motherfucking the daytime. Nah.
Oh, it was daytime every single time?
It was nighttime. It was.
They all are slow. And this chick here is even slower for accepting those destitute standards of having a tryst in an office, fronting as a business. Oh my God. Oh.
I was like between 2 and 4 a.m. when we would. Because we went out, they went out.
So what about in Vegas? Y'all didn't do?
Now, remember when Kimmy made a comment either on one of the reunions or somewhere and said, don't question where my husband is between 2 and 4 a.m. Everybody remembers that. I wonder why, Kimmy, you didn't want people to question where Maurice was between 2 and 4 a.m. He was covering for the good guy, the nice guy. Okay. And he was covering for your husband's brother while he was at Credit One, bussing down the bus down in the back in the boom boom room.
2 and 4.
We had 6.
Kinky enough is brother to brother, Martell. You don't think?
First of all, that was my first time having a dick in my mouth.
Okay, we won't even go any further. This is disgusting. Just knowing that a woman would accept that type of low standard type of treatment on top of fornicating with a married man with no money. Mm-mm-mm. So here we are. Fast forward to where now Captain Kimmy is a little in her fifis about Melody asking questions about Maurice's DUI and the lipstick on his face and shirt getting arrested in the middle of the day after the black whatever it was at Black. I don't know. Y'all tell me what you think in the comment section. Drop a few eagle feathers for me. Continue to send prayers up for our favorite housewife, Pinky. One love, Black family, Black unity, Black power. I'm going to be out for right now, y'all. My stomach is hurting. I can't with these folks. Peace out.